Hey everybody, it's Beth. Welcome to Infinite Garden. This week I thought we should talk about Jones Road Beauty's Cream Eyeshadow Just a Sec. This is a simple one and done eyeshadow in a soft, yielding, creamy jelly format that you apply with your finger for a simple one and done effect that can take just a sec to apply. I bought 4 shades of the Just a Sec and I've been wearing them for well over a month, almost every day. If you'd like to see the 4 colors I picked out and hear about what my experience was, then please stay tuned. First, I want to talk about what this is. This is an eyeshadow product that comes in a little glass jar that you unscrew and then dip your finger in to pick up pigment. You could use a brush too, but it's designed for the fingertip. And then it is meant to be applied directly to the eyelid. This product comes in 8 colors. They seem to be either warmish or coolish. I stuck to the coolish shades. I picked out the colors Pewter, Topaz, Cool Brown, and Cool Taupe. Let me walk you through each one of these. The first color, Topaz, is described on the website as a pinky gold with multi-dimensional shimmers. On me, this color is a very close match for my skin tone. When I apply this to my eyes, this mimics my skin tone but provides a pearly finish. I find that this one is nice, but I usually need to add a second shadow to it in order to create some depth on my eyes. So this product is beautiful and the color is a good match for me, but it is not a one and done, and I'll demonstrate that in just a little bit. The writing on the bottom of the jar is so small that I have to use reading glasses to see it. Okay, the second color I chose was Pewter, and Pewter is described as a metallic gray with multi-dimensional shimmers. This is, of the ones I chose, the most overtly cool. This can provide a silvery effect. Very, very cool. She's not kidding when she says gray. So if you tend to prefer warm tones, I would steer clear of this. However, if you are flattered by gray eyeshadows and silver sparkle, this is a beautiful color. It's kind of mid-toned. Next, I tried Cool Brown. This is a medium to medium deep brown tone that appears somewhat neutral to me, and it includes a multi-dimensional shimmers. Versus like golden shimmers or something more overtly warm, the multi-dimensional are multicolored and they do provide a somewhat neutral reflect. The Cool Brown I've been wearing more recently. It does have a little bit more drama than these other tones because it is deeper, and that's just on me, on my skin, on my face. The Cool Brown provides a little more drama because of its depth. And finally, the color that I have found the most wearable on me, I chose Cool Taupe. This is a taupe with multi-dimensional reflex. This is the one for me personally that I can dip my finger in and apply all over my lid without a lot of precision, and I don't need another shade to support it. The same is true, I didn't say this, but the same is true for the Cool Brown. I can use just the Cool Brown with no other shades to support it to create a truly one and done look. I find that with Pewter that I need something else to warm it up just a little bit. It's just a little too cool for me. And so sometimes I'll use a little bit of maybe like neutral brown eyeshadow or a neutral brown eyeliner to warm up the Pewter so it's a little more wearable. And like I already said, for the Topaz, I need something a little deeper to give me dimension. So of these 4 shades, only 2 of them I would say are truly one and done. The other need a little finessing to make it work for me. But of course, none of that's a problem. I love applying makeup and I love finessing my eye looks. But for you, if you are in search of that perfect one and done eyeshadow that you can apply with your finger, I can tell you that if you can find the color that works best for you, this formula absolutely delivers on the promise of being able to apply an eyeshadow in just a sec. First, I'm going to show you on this eye how the Cool Taupe looks. This is sort of just a sec at its very best, and I'm going to apply it just as it was intended. So I wanted to show you what this kind of looks like. I need to get a focus here. So this is a soft, kind of yielding formula. It's almost gel-like. Here on my pinky, you can see it picks up somewhat unevenly. I have some sheerer parts on my pinky and some clumpier parts, but it seems to all work out on the eye. So on my eye, I just have moisturizer. I do not have any primer or even much foundation. I blended a little bit of foundation over my eyelid, but not much. So it's pretty much bare skin. And what I'm gonna do is just gently with my pinky, just very gently tap this on all over my eye. And I hope you can see this. It ends up creating primarily a shimmering reflect. So if you do not like shimmer, if you prefer matte, this isn't a product for you. This is a product for people who want shimmer, period. And here you go. This is what it looks like, the taupe. What I'm gonna do right here is just clean up a little bit with my other finger, and I'm not going to do anything else. This is what Just a Sec taupe looks like all over my eye. This has been an absolute staple in my work week makeup kit because sometimes I really don't have much time and Just a Sec is about what I need. So at this stage, I could just go straight forward with some mascara and finish out my look, but I am going to put on just a little bit of eyeliner. I'm going to use Lisa Eldridge's Renaissance Gold. Put a little bit of a light wing and just a little bit under my eyes. I like Renaissance Gold because it's kind of a medium tone with just a little reflect. I feel like it complements the Cool Taupe very well. And then I'm going to put on a little bit of mascara. And this is, I think, the sweet spot of Just a Sec. I think when you find the right color for you, it absolutely lives up to the brand marketing promise. You can pop this in a gym bag. You could pop this in your travel bag. I think this is gonna be really perfect for travel actually, because it is so petite. It's just a little tiny pot. And if you had minimal space on a carry-on or whatever it is you were doing, I feel like you could make a lot of use out of Just a Sec in that context. Here you can see the difference between my two eyes and you can see how quickly that went down. I've been really liking this. I do leave the house for work and I sometimes have very little time because I'm not a morning person, so I'm definitely rushing in the mornings, and I have found this product to really work for me. I can lay down an eye look just as quickly, I guess, with a powder shadow, but I also feel like if you're the type of person who's like not really that into makeup and doesn't want to buy a bunch of brushes and learn a lot of application methods, you just want to look pretty every day with something simple, I feel like this can be a really great product. Now on this eye, I'm going to put Cool Brown and Topaz on my eye together. But before I do that, I want to show you footage from yesterday where I used Pewter. Yesterday, I had a family birthday celebration and we went straight up middle class fancy and met up at the Olive Garden. I was excited to go to the Olive Garden. I haven't been in, I don't know, 10 plus years. We don't have an Olive Garden in Detroit. You have to go out to the suburbs, and we have so many, you know, new, cool, hot, super trendy restaurants here that we wouldn't do that normally, but because we were celebrating a family birthday, we had the opportunity to go, and I was so excited. I thought about it all week long. There was just something really like comforting and fun about going to the Olive Garden. Anyway, that's just a sidebar. Let me show you some footage from yesterday when I wore Pewter and just some comments about how it lasted throughout the night. I'll show you this. This is what my eyes look like right now. I used Pewter all over the eye, and on this one I went in a little lighter, and on this one I went in a lot heavier accidentally, and I had to buff it away with a brush. I used like a fluffy angled brush that you would use like this. I actually got in there and tried to pick up some product and blend this away as best I could. It can build up really fast on me, and it does look a little Tin Man-y, a little bit, and it's just a little too cool for me. I think I like those mid-tone shades a little bit better, but it's beautiful. If you like a really cool silvery eyeshadow, it's so pretty. It really, really is. So to warm this up for me, I lined my eyes with Lisa Eldridge Renaissance Gold. This is a more neutral gold leaning bronze. So I lined my eyes with that. It's kind of mid-tone, it's not too dark. And then I used a little, precise angled brush to blend that away. And then I put on black mascara. So this is how Pewter looks with a little Renaissance gold eyeliner. It's workable, but it's not a one and done. And I think really the beauty of these Just a Sec eyeshadows is that you can find the one that's most flattering to you, and then you really can just do an all over look with your finger. Why don't we do a wear test to 3:01, and I will be back in the evening. It'll probably be closer to 8, so we'll get about 5 hours worth of wear. It's 9:37 p.m. I'm back from dinner at the Olive Garden, and the eyeshadow is still intact. It's been about 6 hours. Just kind of replicating a work day. It's a really good product. It stays. This is without any eyeshadow primer at all. Finally, I'm going to show you how two colors can look together on one eye. So I'm going to use Topaz, which is the pinky gold light color. You may recall this is what that color is. And I'm going to use that on the inside, and then I'm going to deepen with Cool Brown. I just want to make sure I know which one I'm talking about here. I'm going to put some of this on with my finger and some of it on with a brush. So again, I'm going in, I'm picking up a little bit on my finger here, and I'm going to start on the inside. Topaz, I think, is one of the shiniest, shimmeriest of the four that I chose. I don't know why that is, it's just the way it appears. But these are all really, really shimmery. I just repeat myself because I would hate for someone to not fully hear that from me and then pick these up and decide that it's too shimmery for them. You want to really want this shimmer in order to get this product. If you watch my channel, you know I'm here for that. Okay, now for the dark brown, which is called Cool Brown, but it's a deeper color, I'm going to pick up some of that with actually this little synthetic brush, and I'm going to place it on the outer half of my eye. Nothing too fancy, nothing too complicated, but I do want to get a little more precision. I find sometimes the Cool Brown shade can, like I said, it's just a little deeper, and if I don't use precision, it can look a little messy. I'm sure there's somebody out there that can apply something like this with their finger and get a perfect result, but I'm not her. I am me. I can use a little brush sometimes, you know? So this shadow has a base color. Each one of these shadows has a base color, and then it adds in these pearlized reflex. So you really want to look at the website and see which base color it is that works best for you. I think that it would be just the perfect product. I'm trying an even smaller brush now because I'm going to do my lower lash line. I think this would be a product that would be best tried out in a store. And I don't know what Bobbi Brown's long-term plans are for Jones Road and if it's going to be present in stores, but it really would be a great product to test. I didn't know what I was doing when I picked these four colors. I just knew enough about my skin tone. I'm light, medium, neutral. I tend to have cool undertones, but not super, super cool. I know I can't wear really warm eyeshadow, and I know that too cool can sometimes, you know, be unflattering as well. I kind of need to stick to the neutral tones. So that alone led me to choose all four of these. And in the end, if I were to go back and just choose the perfect one, it would have been Cool Taupe for me, even though I've enjoyed these other colors. So this is what we have with Topaz on the inner corner, Cool Brown on the outer corner. I don't see a huge difference between my two eyes, even in person. I do think that I can see that I have more Topaz here and it's very light. And I can see that I have maybe a little bit of a deeper tone with a Cool Taupe in here as compared to Topaz. But overall, I think they're kind of giving the same overall look. I'll finish up with just a little bit of Lisa Eldridge on top here. So like I said, these can be really hard to read on the bottom. And in my little makeup box that I bring out in the morning to sift through, you know, I have to put on readers to be able to see which color I'm using, because even in the jar, even looking through the glass bottoms, I might struggle to be able to tell the difference between Cool Brown, Cool Taupe, and Pewter. So what is helpful to know is that they're not super different. I do think that Cool Brown is pretty different from Pewter. Pewter's much colder, but if I do open up Pewter and use it, I can still make it work. I hope you understand what I'm saying. These are highly nuanced shades. I think Bobbi Brown's color intelligence is on full display here, and the differences between them are subtle. I was kind of surprised by the fact that she released 8 of these, because overall the effect is somewhat easygoing, not too precise, but she did offer precision in the color selection. I do think if you find the right color of Just a Sec, you will have a one and done simple eye makeup experience. If you pick a color that's just maybe a little too cool, a little too warm, I think you'll be able to work with it because of the nature of the colors. I think that they're pretty flattering overall. I don't mind that I have 4 of these. If you watch my channel, you know I have more eyeshadow than I could possibly use. I just really love it and enjoy using it. So I'm having fun with these. I like the formula. It's a new formula for me. So this is Laura Mercier's Caviar Shadow Stick in Moonlight. This is Jones Road Topaz next to it, and here's Pewter underneath it. These are pretty similar. I think that the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick lays down a heavier amount of product. You get more opacity. I think that Just a Sec maintains a certain level of sheerness. The Caviar Stick can blend out pretty far. Here is that. And the Jones Road is just a little more sheer. There's the Pewter right there. So if you have the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks and you really love them and you get a lot of use out of them, you might find the Just a Sec to be slightly more sheer and slightly more subtle, which is pretty interesting, I think. And then just to compare Jones Road to Jones Road, here is a little bit of Jones Road's The Best eyeshadow, and this is in the color Patina. This is a great color for me. It's a little bit cool and silvery, but it's pretty neutral. So this is a powder. Here's what that looks like on the skin. Here you can see how neutral this is. On some people this would probably be too cool, but on me I find this flattering. Okay, here is The Best eyeshadow in Patina, and here is Just a Sec in Cool Taupe, and Just a Sec in Pewter right next to it here. So they're similar, but they're not exactly the same. You can see the difference in the reflect and the level of dimensionality. It's not necessarily more or less dimensional, just she has chosen different reflex shades, different base shades. It's not a perfect dupe. These shadows retail for $26. I think that's kind of a significant investment for such a small pot of eyeshadow. But again, if this use case is interesting to you, if having a one and done finger application, smart color eyeshadow, if that's appealing to you, I think she knocked it out of the park. So my final verdict on Just a Sec is that it is a great product if you like certain details of what it offers. You really like a high reflect shimmer, because that's what this gives you. You're looking for a neutral tone that you can wear every day, and you're looking for something that is easily applied. The other detail, and I said this in the Pewter footage, is that this really does last. I've been wearing it for well over a month, long days, wearing it to work, coming home. This product stays, which is more than I can say honestly for the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick. I feel it kind of fades out a little bit. It starts off strong and then it kind of fades away. The same is absolutely not true for this Just a Sec. I'm not exactly sure what's going on in the formula, but the pigments that are blended and milled so finely, they stay. They stay exactly where they need to be, and I don't find them creasing up in my fine lines or in my natural crease. The final thing I wanted to say, just generally speaking about Jones Road, I've had a couple of videos on my channel. They've done really well. I think I've gotten a lot of subscribers from my Jones Road reviews. I really do appreciate that Bobbi Brown at this stage in her life is launching a makeup line for folks who, for all folks I'm sure, but especially for folks who might be in her age cohort or near it. I'm 45. I'm experiencing some signs of aging. I do have, crow's feet coming in here, fine lines all around. I'm not stressing about it too much, but I do appreciate when these makeup titans recognize that a huge part of their customer base still is buying makeup. In some cases may have more budget to spend as well, and what they're really looking for is performance in their specific context, which can involve skin that has folds and lines and moves throughout the day. I feel like Bobbi Brown thought about mature eye skin when she formulated Just a Sec, and I find that it works well with the parts of my eyes that are showing the years that I have lived on this planet. Every glorious year that I've lived has been a gift, and I have no problem with being the age that I am, and I do appreciate that there are products being made for people like me and people who've lived even more glorious years on this planet. So thank you, Bobbi Brown. I also wanted to say, just as like a little bonus, I did also pick up her lip and cheek stick in bright pink. That was a new color that she offered. I love this lip and cheek stick. I have it in English Rose and Tawny, or maybe Tawny, it's the deeper purpley tawny color. And I really was excited for a bright pink because that's a color I like. I've got a little on my cheeks. I'll add a little bit to my lips now just so you can see it, and maybe just a little bit more on my cheeks so you can kind of see. It's like a baby doll kind of candy pink. I like it on me. You know, not everybody loves this particular color, but this is one that I have always liked. A nice bright pink. That's the name of this color. It lives up to its name. It really does work well on both the lips and cheek, which is almost never the case. I've tried so many of these over the years. I love to carry these lip and cheek sticks in my makeup bag throughout the day because when I do put this on my lips, they are instantly hydrated, which is something that I need. And it's another example of what I mean in that I think Bobbi Brown really is thinking about the needs of her customer base. There you have it. I hope this was interesting. Have you guys picked up Just a Sec? Are you interested in Bobbi Brown's other products? I did also pick up the perfume. I'm going to make a short for the perfume. I don't have that ready yet, but that'll be coming soon. I did try it. I think it's called Shower. I've been wearing that one a lot, and I'd love to talk about that one too. So let me know if that's interesting to you, and let me know what you think in the comments. If you've watched this video until this point and have not hit the like button, please consider doing that. It helps me, my channel, my videos. It helps out a ton, more than you know. If you'd like to hang out with me again, do consider subscribing. We have a really supportive community, and I post videos usually on Sundays. Anyway, I do hope you are all doing well out there this holiday season, and I hope you have a great week ahead. Thank you so much for watching. Talk soon.